Now it's on to Fresh Marks, where we review. I need to edit this actually. The newly listed decks for sale over 85 SAS and for Dark Tidings, stuff that's over 70 SAS that looks cool. So let's take a look. And disclaimer for this week, there are, because Nova updated SAS for Winds of Exchange, all the decks are being updated across the database. And so some of the SAS has changed for these decks, and so even though they used to be 85 or above, they are no longer 85. So some of the ones that we'll be looking at are not 85. But that should clear up once the full database is updated. But let's get into it. We're going to start out taking a look at a couple decks from weeks past. First, we're going to check out one that was sold by Dauntless to MedApps. This was listed for $300. It is Rat Cheek, the Hitman of Taxation, a 90 SAS AOA. Let's see, was it 90 SAS before? Oh, this one actually didn't change. Amazing. It was the ZYX lineup, Triple Ronnie, Unlock Gateway, Poltergeist, Exhume, 90 SAS, lots of artifact control, lots of speed. So yeah, MedApps apparently bought that one. It was listed for 300. Not sure what it sold for, but I wanted to give that update. And the other big update was there's been a lot of activity on Jupiter's super speedy deck that he played at Vulture, Philadelphia. Fleet Snaggletooth Babum, which is this Untamed house is crazy. Triple Hunting Witch, Triple Dust Pixie, Chota Hazari, Teliga. Also has Time Traveler, Phase Shift, Reverse Time. All right, quick draw. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Catch you later. So this one's had a whole bunch of offers, starting all the way at 50, and then 300, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, going back and forth between Mike Fooney and DM Stove. But they've all been rejected by Jupiter, with the 700 offer coming 4 days ago on the 15th. So lots of activity there. And apparently Jupiter's looking for more than $700 for that one. So that's pretty cool. Okay, getting into the new sales this week. We're going to start out, there's a bunch of Jupiter decks actually, but we're going to start out with Professor Larita Esposito. I think this one has changed hands a few times, but it's being sold by Jupiter now. It's got some pretty cool stuff in all the houses. In Untamed, we have double Nature's Call and Mimicry. We have a double Stealth mode in United Action and Kirby in Star Alliance. And we have Eddie Desania, Memory Chip, Interdimensional Graft, and Logo. So kind of some cool stuff in every house. No listed price on this one. That is Professor Larita Esposito. All right, next up we have M. Thol, Everworks Linear Monk, also being sold by Jupiter. It's a mass mutation, down to 83 SAS after the update. It's a Dacilus deck, also with Curiosaurus. We have double Qmex, Zenzi Zenzik, Infernus, Stirring Grave. It's got an offer of $50, which was rejected. And that is M. Thol. Let's see, let me get a bunch of these loading up. Okay. Next up, we have Hadrian Nana Leadshark, down to 83 SAS. This has 18 printed Ember, mass mutations. It's got a really cool Logos Grim Reminder. a Maverick. It also has triple Infernus, Essence Scale, Dark Minion. It's got a Chronos with 4 draw pips, 2 of them in Logos. Double Neurosiphon. A lot of enhancements overall. It's also got Rad Penny with a Safe House, Double Dark Wave. It's got a offer of $140 that's been rejected. So that is Lead Shark. Next up, we have Palarin, Mrs. Tick, the Artendon. A 81 SAS Worlds Collide deck. Down to 81 after the update. Being sold by Jupiter. This one has another cool Untamed with Key Charge, Mimicry, Double Nature's Call, and Punctuated Equilibrium. It's got double Tribute with double Library of Polyosaurus. It's got double Evil Eye, Exhume, Greater Oxtet, Infernus, and Obsidian Forge. But only 13 creatures to go with that Obsidian Forge. So that is Mrs. Tick. Next up, we have the Emptiness Who Kills Dice, also being sold by Jupiter. A Coda 83 SAS. Got a whole bunch of steel with triple Nerve Blast, Relentless Whispers, Urchin, Umbra, Carlo Phantom. It's got a Speed Sigil. It's got Bouncing Death Cork, Interdimensional Graft, Library Access, and then double Control the Weak, Library of the Dam, Restringuntus. That is the Emptiness Who Kills Dice. Next up, we have Violet Gemini Hava. 75 SAS Dark Tidings deck. Also being sold by Jupiter. This one has another crazy Untamed with double Chelonia and triple Witch of the Dawn. It also has Key Frog, Mollymawk, Mookling, Piranha Monkeys, so you could potentially kill the Key Frog with Piranha Monkeys. So some pretty cool plays in that. It's got Together, Unity or Discord with CR Officer Hawkins and Star Alliance. And it's got a Hard Citizen with Sinker Needle, double Walk the Plank, double Loot or Pillage, and Early Birds in Shadows. Pretty cool deck. Next up, we have Director O'Grady of Quag Castle. And this one's actually down to 69 SAS. It used to be, I think, about 75. This is being sold by Caldon. But I wanted to include it because I actually think it looks a lot better than the SAS. We all know DT SAS doesn't mean much anyway. It's not that accurate. But this has triple Deepwater Gruen with an Infighting, with a Beach Day, with a Fangtooth Cavern, which can kill your Key Frog. It's also got Mookling. In the Shadows, we have double Bryn the Fanatic, double Hard Simpson, Mug, Walk the Plank, Shadow Council, double Jackie Tar. Ransom is pretty good. And then in Logos, we have double Theory or Conjecture, Think Twice, double Eddie, double Static Charge, and triple Final Analysis. So I think this is actually a really cool deck. I'm very curious on how it plays. And I think this is probably way better than its 69 SAS. All right, next up we have Zakius Splice Rainkel. This is an 88 SAS Worlds Collide deck being sold by Dauntless. And we got some cool stuff in every house here too. We have Data Forge, Interdimensional Graft, Tau Vapors, Universal Key Lock. We have in Star Alliance Stealth Mode, Transporter Platform with a Comm Officer Kirby and an Information Officer Gray. And 4 upgrades that have pips on them. Double Light of the Archon, Stunner, and Universal Translator. Goes really nice with that Transporter Platform. And then in Untamed, we have the Key Charge, the Mimicry, the Double Nature's Call, the Punctuated Equilibrium, Flaxia, Ghost Hawk, So you can get a lot of that off in the with the Kirby and the Star Alliance turn too. So that's pretty cool. All right, next up we have Igor, Pepperfield Viking, being sold by Evil. It's an 86 SAS Coda deck. Pretty speedy. It looks pretty nice actually. Double Ghostly Hand, triple Nerve Blast, Hidden Stash Miasma, Relentless Whispers. It's got a library access with both Phase Shift and Wild Wormhole. It's got Double Mother, Lab Work, Interdimensional Graft. And then in Brobnar, we have a Gengar Chieftain with a War Drummer, a Bumpsy, an Anger, Sound the Horns. Phoenix Heart can be cool. So that is Igor Pepperfield Viking. It does have a $15 offer. Just sent today. I doubt that will be accepted though. All right, next up we have Ricardo, Bookbird Dancer, an 85 SAS Coda, also being sold by Evil. It's got a pretty cool Maverick, Grenade Snib, and Dis. It also has Control the Weak, Fear, Poltergeist, 3 Fates, Key to Dis, Double Schuler, and really nice with that Arise. In Mars, it's got triple Squawker. So the Mars here is really cool because first it's got Crystal Hive, which of course reads action for the remainder of the turn, gain 1 ember after a creature reaps. And then it's got Double John Smith, which reads fight reap, ready a non-agent Mars creature. And then it's got triple Squawker. So say you only have 1 John Smith and 1 Zizix Mini in hand, but you have the Crystal Hive out. You use it. You play the Zizix Mini. You play the John Smith. You play a Squawker. That's an Ember. You reap here. That's 2 Ember. You reap here. That's 2 more Ember. With 3 cards in hand, you gain 5 Ember. And that can get even nuttier if you have all 3 Squawkers and Zizix. Of course, you can archive other creatures too. So pretty cool stuff. And in the shadows, it's got a little bit of steel, Relentless Whispers, Nerve Blast, One Last Job. One Last Job here is actually really good. It's got a bunch of creatures. Okay, so that's Ricardo. That deck's actually pretty cool. Next up, we have Teta, the Comrade Vaulthead, and 81 SAS Worlds Collide. Logo Saurian Star Alliance. A little bit of speed in Logos. In Saurian, we have Cincinnatus Rex, but no Golden Spiral. We do have a Orator Hisaro. We have a Spartasaur as well. Spartasaur with Cincinnatus Rex is pretty cool. A Senator Strix, a Tribute. And in Star Alliance, we have a Book of LEQ, a Transporter Platform, Information Officer Gray, Medic Ingram, a Sensor Chief Garcia. So that is Teta. All right, next up we have Dawson, the Solemnly Vile, also being sold by Evil. An 84 SAS Mesh Mutation. We have a few Sins, Gluttony, Pride, and Wrath. Double String Grave. In Logos, Eclectic Inquiry, Autoencoder, Universal Keylock, Double Daughter, a Chronos, but only 2 draw pips, 1 in Logos, and a Nova Dynamo. In Saurian, we have Curiosaurus with a decent amount of capture with Spoils of Battle, City State Interest. It also has a Faust the Great to make him pay. So that's a pretty cool deck. Dawson, the Solemnly Vile. Next up we have... Whoa, what just happened? Okay. Next up we have X-Raw's Insincere King, a 72 SAS Dark Tidings deck, also being sold by Evil. And this one has a little bit of everything as well. The Untamed has Deepwater Gruen, Double Mollymawk, Witch at the Dawn, a Waste Not. Star Alliance has double Grand Alliance Council. A Together, a Unity or Discord with CR Officer Hawkins, and a 3 artifact set with pips on them. Or sorry, upgrades with pips on them. And then Sanctum has double Bring Low, which goes really well with that Doorstep. Double Hammergram, Gatekeeper also goes well with that Doorstep. This can keep you off a whole bunch in a row. Yeah, that's a cool deck. Strange Ordination too, so it's got some speed. This is X-Raws in Sincere King. All right. Yeah, it is a cool name, Dinobot. What's up, Dinobot? Bring Low, Doorstep, and Gatekeeper. Yeah, this deck actually reminds me of this really annoying deck I would play in the NKFL that had triple Bring Low and a whole bunch of really annoying Sanctum creatures that were hard to kill. Yeah. Okay, next up we have Hera T, you Radigan's Evil Twin. Oh, that's funny. It's an English deck because of Evil Twin, even though Hera is German. All right, this is a 76 SAS Dark Tidings. We have double Trickle Down Theory, Evil Twin Sea Urchin, a Scooped, Stir Up Trouble, a Mug, Hornswoggle. We have double Brain Drain, Abandoned Ship, Portal. Let's see, what does Tanewa as an Evil Twin do? Fight Reap, put a creature from your discard pile on top of your deck. Okay. Guiltspine Netcaster's Evil Twin is actually pretty cool. Reap, ready and use a friendly non-Aquan creature. Let's see, Flame Gill's Enforcer's Evil Twin, action steal 1 Ember. And then Untamed has triple Deepwater Gruin with Ritual of Life. Double Mollymawk, a Key Frog, which goes really well with that Ritual of Life. Yeah, so 31 expected Ember. Pretty cool deck. It does have an offer of $25, which we'll see what the status is if this loads. Hopefully Dexa Keyforge doesn't die on us because that would put it into, yeah, there's a lot of great doubles here. We'll see if Dexa Keyforge comes back here. Yeah, double assert dominance too. Oh yeah, it's back now. Okay, double assert dominance is really good. For the remainder of a turn, a friendly creature gains skirmish, ready and fight with that creature. This deck is definitely worth more than $25. Yeah, the $25 was rejected already, which makes sense. Pretty cool deck. Hey, you said you were back. Okay, next up is Con Gopple of Riverglass. Whoa. It's a 79 SAS Dark Tidings deck. There it is. It's got the Rooftop Laboratory Suite. With Theory or Conjecture. It's got Bren the Fanatic. With Secret Needle and Mug and Scooped. Cement Shoes. And then in Star Alliance, it has Z-Force Agent with double Rocketeer Triska and Captain Val Jericho and double Light of the Archons. Oh yeah, it also has Static Charge, Shoulder Id. That's a nice combo. But this Z-Force Agent could go major Voltron, and you can get it going with Rocketeer Triska on the same turn, which is really cool. 15 speed? I think that's a little overrated. Maybe if you get Captain Val Jericho first turn. But pretty cool little deck. That's Con Gopple of Riverglass. Also being sold by Evil. Excuse me. Next up we have Say, I cannot talk. Suedovile, the aloof runes lieutenant. Well, this one's all the way down to 79 SAS, and this was at least 85 SAS. So with the new SAS, it's gone down to 79. It's Worlds Collide. It's got Infernus, Harvest Time, Double Not Finished With You, Double Eddy, Igor, Titan Guardian, Strange Gizmo, Tribute 6 Semper, also a Callipygian Ideal, Golden Spiral with Orator Hisaro, Double Failing Strike, and Imperium. It's a pretty good Saurian, actually. So that is Suedovile. Next up, we have Amber Maker, Tiliputer's Mayor, 81 SAS. And sorry, both the last deck and this one are being sold by Vendetta VXV. This is a mass mutation. Eclectic Integrate Double Ethologica Mind Over Matter Autoencoder Chronos with 5 draw pips in the deck, 1 in Logos. We have Double Commandeer, Smite, a Lieutenant Gorvenal, Lord Gogoltha, and in Untamed, we have Double Resurgence. No Fandango here, but it does have Dark Fairy, Demo Beast, Techno Beast, Xeno Beast, and a Fangtooth Cavern. So that is Amber Maker. All right, the next 3 are actually my decks. And we start off with Crook Perrin. Crook Perrin, I think, was 89 SAS before the update, down to 84. It's a Worlds Collide, Triple Eddy, Double Daughter, Double Igor. In Saurian, we have Golden Spiral with Odoak or Thero. We have a City State Interest, Exile, Triple Chan of Hubris. And then in Shadows, we have a Bren the Fanatic, Double Hugger Mugger, a Legacy Dodger, Logos Plant and Saurian Plant, J Vinda, and Hawk. I did reject the $10 offer already. So that is Crook Perrin. I have a picture? I do have a picture. Okay. Next up, we have another one that was 85 SAS before, down to 79, probably a lot in due to the low creature control. This is Neil Hedgebet, Mr. Hedgebet, Connie Bear. It's got a really nice Star Alliance, double Information Officer Gray, double Medic Ingram, Sensor Chief Garcia, Lieutenant Kirkar, Stealth Mode, couple blasters. In Saurian, we have double Tribute with Exile, a double Ludo, a Saurus Rex, a Odoak the Patrician, and in Logos, we have Cutthroat Research, Interdimensional Graft, double Jargoggle, Babbling Bibliophile, and Titan Guardian. So that is Mr. Hedgebet. And then finally, oh, actually, that last one I think was 86 SAS. This one was 85 SAS. This one actually has done pretty well for me. But down to 79 SAS. This is Giant Pudsey Zachariah. In the Saurian, we have Tribute with Imperial Scutum and Ludo. We have a Senator Strix, Falaphosaurus with a Golden Spiral, City State Interest. In Star Alliance, we have a Captain Val Jericho, Double Lieutenant Kirkar, Helms and Spears, Sensor Chief Garcia, a Force Field, Cloaking Dongle, and then in Untamed, we have Double Flaxia, Ghost Hawk, Witch of the Wilds, Fangtooth Cavern, Nature's Call. So that is Giant Pudsey Zachariah. Next up, we have an AOA. It's now 79 SAS. It was at least 85, and I think it was much higher than that, actually. We have Ursula Flash Spikemonger being sold by Arentelong. This is a Martian Generosity with double key abduction. Also has Grump Buggy with the Gangernaut combo, Drummernaut, Ganger Chieftain. Untamed has Punctuated Equilibrium, Pose Pixies, Double Full Moon with a bunch of creatures. I guess only 5 creatures here. But Double Regrowth can help set up the Double Full Moon. Being sold for 800 euros. Next up, we have Constant Repo Cred, the Infinite Imp. An 88 SAS Mash Mutation being sold by OJB for 100 euros. We have 8 disc creatures with a Grim Reminder and a Stirring Grave and an Essence Scale. Double Infernus, Double Fiend, Rabble, Drekker, and Logos. We have a Autovac, Daughter, Damobot, Xenobot, Zenzik. And in Untamed, we have the Wow Bounty Fertility Chant combo, gain 8 Ember. We also have Dark Harbinger with 6 actions for that Dark Harbinger. Also double Ghost Hawk and Scout. 33 expected Ember, a listed price of only 100 euros. Wow. Wow, that's pretty good. All right. Next up, we have UK Blaze. Yeah, that one looked nice. UK Blaze Descendant de la Butte. 83 SAS. Worlds Collide. Also being sold for 100 euros by Chevalier au Lazur. We have Double Eddy, Strange Gizmo, Triple Reader Gallum, Triple Imperium, Tribute with Shrix. We have a Captain Valderico, Helms and Spears, Information Officer Gray, Double Arms Master Molina, Stealth Mode. That is UK Blaze. Next up, we have Thor Parsec El Chispiante, a 75 SAS Dark's Tidings deck, being sold by OJB for 50 euros. This one has Chelonia, Fuzzy Gruen, Keyfrog with Infighting. We have Witch of the Dawn. We have a double Portal, double Abyssal Zealot. Oh yeah, it's got a Washed Away. Take that, all those 12 artifact woe decks. It's got a Calpy, a Brain Drain. It's got Hing's Gross, Diplomatic Gung, Teresa, double Light of the Archons, double Ambervac. Yeah, a little bit of everything here. The Mollymawk and the Wash Away. Lots of artifact control. It could be yours for 50 euro. Next up, we get to our Winds of Exchange. Yes, our first Winds of Exchange decks on fresh marks, and we're going to start with a big one, 103 SAS. Being sold by Evil. We have Palmera, the Overlord of Equality, with the Berserker token and with 25 token generation, including 3 Press Gang, which is super good. And check out this combo. We have Feats of Strength with Endless Hordes. So first you play Feats of Strength, play for the remainder of the turn. Each time an enemy creature is destroyed in a fight, make a token creature. Then you play Endless Hordes, play for each enemy creature, make a token creature, ready it, and have it fight that enemy creature, ignoring taunts. Resolve these fights one at a time. So pretty much Every creature you fight, as long as there are 5 or less, you kill and make another token creature. And then you press gang 3 times, you archive all 3 of them. Yeah, this Brobnar is pretty nuts. A 68 SAS Brobnar. That house alone beats the majority of decks in the world. um, it might be a little bit overrated, I would say. 68 SAS Brobnar. Oh man, that is pretty hilarious. 215 board. Yeah, the token is 26 times 1.8. Wow. Okay, Mars here. Mars here isn't bad. Double Brain Dart is really good. It has Psychic Network, but it only has 3 Mars creatures for the Psychic Network. Also, Crystal Hive only has 3 Mars creatures for that. It does have the swap widget, which is kind of cool. You can take back like the Weaponsmith and then play the Mesmerist and use it right away. Something like that. And then in Saurian we have the Legionary Trainer. Well, guess what? Berserker already comes in ready. We have Longosaur Lector, Ambrosia Outpost, which is not that great. Inspiring Oration, Hedonistic Intent. Yeah, you could probably create a whole bunch with Inspiring Oration if things line up right. And then Omnipletiums. All right, so that is Palmera, the Overlord of Equality. It's been sold by Evil, 100 SAS. It's got a $250 offer that's been rejected yesterday. There were 3 different offers, 100, 200, and 250 by Belmont 95 and Andy P, all rejected. So that is Palmera. The woe and SAS inflation is live. Yeah, that's definitely inflated. All right, next up we have another Winds of Exchange deck. Joak, the sarcastically attentive. In 83 SAS, I think. How did I get notified on this? Was it over 85 at some point? I don't know. But this one is actually pretty cool because it's got Prospector and it's got 18 Raw Ember and then 13.5 token generation. So I think this is actually probably better than that other deck. Although it does have limited creature control. So it might not be able to hang with that other deck just because of that. But this can go fast. It's got closed door negotiation, which is nice. Generous offer. Equigi Outpost is really good. Legend Guard. It's got Compod with a whole. Actually, I guess it's only got 4 Mars creature. The 3 Iron X Propaganda confuse me. But that's actually really good with all the prospectors. Making more prospectors. Mixitol Minded. And then in Sanctum, we have a membership drive. Nightapult. Katarina of the Summer could do some work here. Let's see, how many Ember could we get in Katarina in one turn? You play, capture 1. Lightbringer Outpost, capture 3 more, that's 4. Taxion Journey, that's 5. Outflank, that's 7. You could get 7 Ember on Katarina in a turn. Yeah, if they have that much to capture, of course. Maybe I should see if I have any blown up SAS scores in Windex that I can hawk before it's more refined. Totally. Now's the time to sell if you have something that's inflated. But this looks like a pretty cool, speedy, fast deck. It's got an offer of $60 that was sent yesterday. No response yet by Belmont 95. Being sold by Evil. Yeah, so that one's pretty cool. All right, and finally, last deck of the night. Unfortunately, not Winds of Exchange. It is Fiddy, the Doomsayer of Possibility, an 86S Mass Mutation deck being sold by Critnado. Triple Lost in the Woods with double Ghost Hawk, Key Frog. The Key Frog could die here with a Savage Clash and a Ghost Hawk out. It's got Lumaloo with actually, let's see, 2 Ghost Hawks and a Key Frog as 3 other beasts. So 3 other beasts here. The Sanctum has double Commandeer, Fangs of Gizelheart, Spirit's Way, Baldric the Bold with a Grey Rider, Barrister Joya, Lieutenant Gorvanal. The Logos has a Chronos, although all the draw pips of 4 draw pips are in the other houses. Autovac, double Lethalogica, Eclectic Inquiry, Kurzap, but only 4 mutants. It's got a $15 offer, which will probably be rejected. So that is Fiddy, the Doomsayer of Possibility. Ooh, and that is Fresh Marks for your week. Some pretty cool, exciting decks. $700 offer on Jupiter's Fleet deck with the Crazy Untamed. Lots of cool stuff to look at. And it was also fun going through our witches. So we have one more thing to do. Let's get back to it. And it is Crack a Pack. Yeah, Jupiter's selling Fleet. Let me go back to that real quick because it's had quite the bidding war. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Jupiter claims he's selling Fleet. So yeah, this is of course a triple Hunting Witch, triple Dust Pixie deck. Chota, Teliga. It's had 8 offers already. Going back between Mike Fooney and DM Stove, a whole bunch, all the way up to $700. All of them rejected. So is it really selling Fleet? I don't know. Is that something that you would accept $700 for? I probably would. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. I mean, it's obviously very unique with the triple Hunting Witch and triple Dust Pixie. It's kind of one of a kind, untamed. But, whew, I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah. So supposedly selling it. All right. On